I actually remember getting that news. I was driving home and yeah, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I remember getting home and just crying with Belle pretty much all night, which was really tough. Even now kind of brings back all that lived experience, but just the uncertainty with everything that information comes with. My name is Reece Conca. I'm 32, originally from Perth, Western Australia. I'm an ex-AFL footballer. I played for Richmond Tigers and Fremantle Dockers. Yeah, loved every minute, really proud of my career and what I got to achieve and all the great things that came with that. Annabelle is, yeah, by far the best thing that's ever happened in my life. For Belle, like, her big purpose in life is to have children. So going into my last year at Fremantle, we sort of made that decision that we'd actively try. And yeah, that's kind of where the journey starts. We started naturally trying for, would have been probably 8 to 10 months. Eventually we went to the GP together. A couple months sort of rolled on by, still no luck. I was really sort of embarrassed to go ask for a semen analysis. Sort of just a bit of the shame attached to it, bit of denial potentially as well. I had a club doctor that I could see almost any day and I just avoided him at all cost. And Belle kept peppering me. Every day I'd get home, she'd be like, can you please go get this test done? It's not that big a deal. But for me now in reflection, it probably was much more of a bigger deal than either of us really recognised. We eventually got the results back and it came back with severely low sperm count. I ended up having to do testosterone injections. I was all over the shop, sort of really messed with my hormones. I was really irritable, really severe nausea. I had another semen analysis done that came back with completely zero sperm count. That was the point where it like really hits you the hardest. Where it's like, okay, this issue lies with me, and then there's all the anxiety that kicks in and shame. A lot of guilt attached with it as well. That's one thing I've had to really work through. I've been fortunate enough to see a psychologist, which has been really incredible for me. But yeah, it's something that, in terms of our relationship, that we've actually really worked on. And that's something that I really encourage people to do, whether they're struggling with something or not. Just invest the time into being the best partner for each other, but then also learning how you can be the best person away from that partnership. That's another thing we really learnt. You know, all my days off, I'll head to the beach. No matter what the weather conditions are, I'll always go for a swim. So that's kind of like my nice little reset. Albus, my dog, if I'm having an average day or an average little period, just take him for a run or a hike. You know, exercise is another big one, just stimulating yourself. I think culturally we still have this stigma around men and a bit of their mental health and voicing their struggles. It's another thing that drives me even more to just sort of be, you know, a male that can really voice the struggle and encourage others to do the same and to really invest in their, you know, their mental and emotional health and realise that it isn't weak to actually do that. It's really brave and there's a lot of courage to come out and be vulnerable and talk about your struggle, but ultimately it'll be the best thing you ever do, and it's life-changing really. I know it has been for me. I think the hardest bit is just sort of making that first step.